Hello everyone, it's Flesson19, and today I want to bring you 10 more things you might not know about the game of Bannerlord. Did you know that the Battanian culture bonus and the Forestkin perk, which also reduces your speed in forest, somewhat stack? I am Battanian and I am going 4.8 speed. I will now assign my scout who has the Forestkin perk, and you will see it go from 4.76 to 5.02. So the Forestkin perk, as long as you have at least 75% infantry, and archers do count in that as long as they are not all archers. So you can get both of those, and I'll call it somewhat stack. They don't stack perfectly, but you can get even more speed as a Battanian with the Forestkin perk. You can find out the prices of goods before you even get there. All you have to do is, once you're in the general vicinity of a town, all you have to do is look at what prices things are going for. So let's look at butter. Butter right now is at 15. So we are now going to go into Poros, and we are going to trade. And butter is at 15. I don't know the exact range of what they're considered the area of the town, but in this area is when you can tell what this town is selling it for. For Zayanica, it could be this area right here. So as long as you get to a town, you can actually just go to your trade menu, your inventory, and you can look at the prices from there and tell before even going into a town and know whether or not you even want to waste your time with the prices that they have. Want to figure out where are prisoners to do prison breaks early on? All you do is talk to anybody in a kingdom and then just say that you would like to join as a mercenary. Now you will have access to the kingdom tab, and when you go look at the prisoners, they tell you exactly where they are located. To join as a merc, they need to be at war with somebody. So as long as they're at war, join with a merc, find out where they're at, go do the prison breaks, and then since you are a mercenary, you can then leave the kingdom at any time, go move on to the next, and get some more prison breaks. A lot of people do not realize that when you hold your weapon back, you actually travel slower if you're going after people. Your speed is definitely not top notch. So what you want to do when you're doing this is don't hold your weapon back. Wait until you're going to get into position, then go ahead and start your swing. Relation is obviously used for a lot of things and people know what they are. But did you realize that the higher relations that you have with a clan, the less likely they are to burn your villages of the towns or castles that you own? So make sure you are working relation, not only for the obvious, but so that people are less likely to burn your villages. There's an easy way to get high tier troops or prisoners out of a battle that you only want. Let's say that you finish your battle, you have all these troops and all these prisoners, but I only want the high tiers. So all you do is transfer all the prisoners over and then transfer all of them back. Only the highest tiered have now been taken. It will automatically fill your inventory. You can do the same thing with your troops as well. If you have too many troops sitting here and you can't hold that many, all you would do is do the same thing and transfer them, and now you will only have the highest tiered troops. Let's say you have the Paid and Promised and Giving Hands perk, and you want to train your troops. However, you also want to train the troops of the other people in your companion party. You don't want to have a bunch of low levels. All you do is talk to them and take all of their troops. It doesn't matter if you don't have enough room. Don't worry about that. So we're going to take all these people. So now I have 735 troops. So now we can go through and we can get rid of our items. So we'll go through and we'll get rid of all of these items. In fact, there is too much. Now we can go ahead and we can upgrade all 188 troops. And now we can go through it again. Let's get all these troops updated as much as possible. And now we will upgrade once again. This is why you save a lot of your weapons and armor for a rainy day. That way, when you really need to upgrade them, and that is all I can do right now. So now I have upgraded all of these troops. Now all you do is just go back and go give them some troops. But now you will have a very well-trained army. One of the most difficult things when it comes to starting your own kingdom is getting your policies done. It costs 100 to initiate a policy when you first create your kingdom. Even if you have full clan parties, that could take anywhere between 5 to 10 days of waiting time when you really want to get 3 to 5 really good policies in. So one thing that I cannot stress enough is to make sure that you get your charm working as fast as possible. At only 125, you get Firebrand. 50% less influence cost to initiate a kingdom decision. That 125 means it will now only cost you 50 to go ahead and initiate a kingdom decision. So either way you look at it, you're going to get them done twice as fast or for half as much. You can set strategies for both your kingdom and for your own clans. When you go to war, there are 3 different strategies you can do. You can set either balanced, offensive, or defensive, and they tell you right here exactly what they do. A balance obviously is there's not really anything. They can attack, they can defend. If you set it to defensive, they're going to be more inclined to stay back and guard their own territory. If you set it to offensive, they're going to be more inclined to go after and start raiding and trying to go after towns. So you can do that with your vassals. But what you can also do is you can do that with your own parties. Just go to the party menu from the clan tab, and here you can set them, even though it says disband party, it's actually blocked for some reason. You can set it neutral, defensive, or aggressive as well. So that way you can set them for your parties, and you can also set them for all of your vassals. So don't forget, you have 2 different spots to set them: vassals and parties. From the battle order system, you can go ahead and you can set all of these groups. However, if for some reason you forget, or in the middle of battle you need to make a change, don't forget about the transfer orders command. Let's say I want to break up these horse archers into different groups. I would hit the number 4 for horse archers, F3, F5. From here, I can now assign them to a different group. So I will assign them to group 5, and I will assign 50 there. I now have two different groups. I now have a 4 and a 5. This is also good for transferring troops that have already gotten low during battle. Let's say group number 4 is extremely low and 5 has extra. I would then hit number 5, F3, F5, and now I can transfer those 5 from there, and we'll transfer some back to there. That way you can keep them all equalized during a battle. If you want to recruit other vassals, you obviously want to do it while you're at war because it costs cheaper, because at war they bring the feast with them, where at peace they have to leave them behind. However, catching them alone is very difficult when you're at war. Also, if they're in an army, you are not allowed to start the dialogue. The easiest way to do that is to catch them when they're at a town or a castle. All you do is go up to the town, approach the gates, request a meeting, and then from here, there is your dialogue. You can now begin the charm check to try to recruit them without even going into town. So it is one of the easiest ways to actually recruit people while you're at war for a cheaper price. And those are 10 more things you might not know about the game of Bannerlord. Obviously, this is meant for a little bit of newer people than it is, as most experienced players will know this. I hope this helped you out in some way. Until next time, my friends, take care, and thanks for watching.